DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. I've been asked this question many times, so I'll make a video to address it generally once. People ask, how do you treat an ankle injury? Now, me personally, I got to give a disclaimer. I don't have a lot of issues with ankle injuries, knock on wood. I don't get a lot of twisted ankles or sprained ankles or turning my ankle over, anything like that. I've had a couple in my life, but I can't even remember the last time it's actually happened to me. Probably been about 5 or 6, maybe even 7 years since I've had an ankle injury. Again, knock on wood, so I don't want to jinx myself. As far as treating an ankle injury, these are the things that you can do. And I'm sure most of you have probably heard most of this stuff before. It's not revolutionary stuff. There's something called the RICE method. And RICE is R-I-C-E. That's 4 things. First is rest. I gotta make sure I remember them. Rest is one thing, which means if something's wrong with your ankle, you probably need to get off of the ankle, because the ankle is attached to your foot, so it's bearing all the weight of your body when you're walking. And don't even talk about running and jumping, because that's even more force, because the force of gravity and that power that you're putting into it, the velocity makes it even worse. So if something's wrong with your ankle, you don't need to be running and jumping. So you need to rest. You need to put ice on it. What ice does is constricts the veins. This means the veins, y'all know the veins and the arteries are the things that transfer blood through your body. And the more blood that gets into something, that means it swells up. When you have swelling, that means a whole lot of blood and fluid getting into a certain area of your body. So when you put ice on it, what it does is make the vein go from this size to this size, so less blood is getting through, so the swelling goes down. So that's why you need to ice it. The third thing is compress. Compression is another thing that helps the swelling go down, because if the space is like this, if it's just open space and nothing's compressing on it, then it can swell up like this. But when you compress it, put something tight on it, like a, what do they call it, an ace bandage, and tighten it up, or some type of wrap or ice or something like that, what it does, it makes the area smaller so it can't get any bigger. So it doesn't swell as much. It helps the swelling go down. That's what compression does. And the third thing is elevation. So when we're talking about your ankle, all of you watching this video, if you look down at your foot, you can see that by force of gravity, all you know what gravity is, the blood is going to be going down towards your feet. So when you elevate your foot, you're keeping that, you're making the blood with the force of gravity get away from your foot. It'll start coming down your leg and out of that ankle area. So that's what elevation is for. So that's the RICE method. Rest it, which means keep your weight off it. Put ice on it. Ice it to constrict the veins. Compress it to keep the swelling down. You elevate it to keep the blood from getting near it. So those are the 4 things you need to do when you have an ankle injury. If you get an ankle injury during a game and you want to keep playing, it's similar things. So if we look at the RICE method during the game, first of all, you can't rest it because you're playing in the game. So you can't do R. Ice it. You probably don't want to put ice on it in the middle of a game because you're still playing. Compress it. You can compress it. How can you compress it? You tighten up your shoes. So however you got your shoes tied when it happened, tie them tighter. So it can compress and you don't have it happen again, hopefully during the game. Elevate, you can't elevate your foot while you're playing in the game. So the only thing you can do in the game, let's say it's the 4th quarter, your team needs you, you want to finish the game, of course, compress it. So tighten up your shoes, maybe put on an extra pair of socks, maybe put an ace bandage on it if it's halftime or you come out the game for 5 minutes. So those are the things you can do if it happens in action. If it happens out of action, take those 4 things. That'll help get your ankle back. But overall, the ankle's not a muscle, the ankle's a joint. So if something happens to it like that, really you just got to wait it out or tough it out, see if you're able to do that. And hopefully, usually, my experience, if you twist an ankle and it swells up a little bit, you use the RICE method, and the next time you come back, even if it's not 100% yet, as long as you don't roll it again the exact same way, usually you're able to play through it and you'll get through it. You can kind of tough it out. I can't really tell you when to play through it and when not, because I can't gauge your pain threshold. I can't gauge what you can do and what you can't do, and all of our bodies are made differently. So what one person might be able to play through, another person might not. That might be based on their mentality, might be based on how they feel physically, might be based on just the way that their body is composed. Some people's ankles just get twisted more than others. I mean, look at a guy like Steph Curry. He hurts his ankle. He's hurt his ankle a lot. And there are other players who I never hear them hurting their ankles. So it doesn't mean that you're not tough. Doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It just means your body is your body. So those are the things that you can do if you have an ankle injury. Work on your game. Dre all day. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.